Ever had one of those days where your carefully planned trip turns into a total disaster? Well, let me tell you about the time our high school's epic science field trip turned into a science fiction nightmare. So, we were all excited about our visit to the renowned Fascinating Fossils Museum. Our teacher, Mr. Thompson, had been raving about how this museum would rock our world with its dino displays. Turns out Mr. Thompson never actually looked at the address. Instead of the Fossil Museum, we ended up at Fantastic Frogs Farm. When we arrived, we were greeted not by T-Rex skeletons, but by a chorus of croaking frogs and a farmer named Earl, who seemed as confused to see us as we were to be there. The chaos peaked when Earl thought it would be hilarious to let us help with the annual frog jumping contest. Well, between our missteps and a particularly ambitious frog named Frederick, the whole event turned into a frenzied scene of slipping students and leaping frogs. By the end of it, our field trip was less about learning and more about being covered in mud and frog slime. When Mr. Thompson finally figured out the mix-up, all he could say was, "Well, at least you learned something about amphibians, and maybe humility." The best part, we still had a great story to tell, and every time someone asks about that trip, we all croak with laughter.